Penguin Random House Audio presents The Last Catastrophe. Stories by Allegra Hyde. Read for you by Natalie Naudus, Kristen Sieh, Kirby Heyborne, Jamie K. Brown, Emily Ellet, Sophie Amoss, and Sarah Naughton. For Who Will Be.
Mobilization. We were multitudes. We were millions. We lived within dimensions up to 50 feet long, 14 feet high, but never more than 9 feet wide. We were drivers, asphalt lickers, road runners, gearheads, the denizens of motorhomes who rolled across the country en masse, a fleet of rubber-soled seekers. We were a city on wheels, a city on the go, a growing city. More motorists joined us each day. Newbies drove shiny RVs off the lot, Class A motorhomes with leather interiors, granite countertops, TVs, bonus sleeper sofas, or they purchased tow-along teardrops, fifth wheels, cab-overs, pop-ups for pickup truck beds. A wealthy actor built a double-decker apartment on a tractor-trailer, hot tub on the roof. We let him join too. We didn't discriminate. We welcomed families of 5 crammed into campers, as well as heavy metal screamers straying with bandmates from their touring paths. Oddballs joined in custom trolleys made from salvaged wood and glue. Whatever works, we said. What mattered was that everyone was always at home, but always away. Gas pedal down, we cracked the code humanity had wrestled with for too many millennia. How to have an adventure, yet keep your home close. How to wander the world, yet never get lost. If only Odysseus could have taken Penelope and Telemachus with him, could have taken the old lady and the looms, the goats and farmers and the grapevines and Ithaca's gravelly shores, because we did. We brought our Siamese cats and Welsh corgis. One man had a 60-year-old Greek tortoise that rode in his passenger seat. He let it roam during pit stops. It never got far. We brought our children, cousins, parents, partners, best friends, neighbors, packing together as condensed as the sardines we ate, everyone headphone wearing, video game twitching, knitting, audiobook listening, steering wheel gripping. The cramped quarters were worth having the whole country to roam. We furnished our vehicles with macrame, strings of dried chili peppers, prayer beads. Great-grandma's ashes sat in an urn on the dashboard. May she rest in peace, we said, forever in motion. We stowed gold bullion in our glove compartments, just in case. Also, a couple revolvers. Hydroponic pot plants trembled over speed bumps. Cacti we kept duct-taped to windows. Bicycles we lashed to the roof. We towed jeeps, ski-doos, kayaks. By Lake Erie, we splashed into the water, kept an eye out for snakes. In Telluride, we made hundreds of snow sculptures, left them to liquefy. Down south, outside El Paso, we lay in the sun and let its rays fry us. There's always room in the desert, we told one another. We meant it. In Quartzsite, Arizona, we purchased gemstones by the armful, installed amethysts by our sinks. Helps with digestion. We pulled into grocery stores, bought out their tuna, pita, eggs, cinnamon, pickles, OJ, Coke, basil, bananas, hot dogs, buns, ribs, batteries, ground coffee, Band-Aids, beer, Pop-Tarts, gummy bears, Gatorade, iceberg lettuce, salsa, ham slices, sugar-free gum, hand soap, toilet paper. We moved on. Sometimes stationary people decried us, jeered at, and protested us. Local kids watched wide-eyed from scooters. Local teens shot our flanks with paintball guns. We waved back nonetheless. We tossed candy from our windows in one long parade. We set off fireworks to show our shared patriotism, our love of the country we roamed. We played our radios loud, tuning them to many thousand frequencies, and once in a while to the same station. Everybody loved talking heads. Take you there, we're on a road to nowhere. We pitied these stationary citizens, stuck, trapped, misguided. We pitied their homes, rooted into the earth, the burden of a basement. We pitied the necessities of lawn care. Mailboxes bursting with bills. We pitied their scorn. They don't know what they're missing. Sometimes they did. A few jeerers always slipped in among our ranks. They rigged up their minivans, followed our trail in the night, or they made hasty romances, often a glance was enough, and found a seat in a cockpit. Teens stowed away in our storage spaces, emerged tousled-haired and sheepish 100 miles from home. We never turned them away. We made arrangements, kept going. We flooded Walmart parking lots, NASCAR racetracks, dried-out lake beds. We coated mountaintops like cubed snow. We saturated cities. When we parked, we stretched for miles in every direction, and we parked where we wanted. Who's going to stop us? We were too numerous to ticket. We always skipped town. Once, we took up the length of every bridge spanning San Francisco Bay. We liked the view, the squawk of gulls. We tried not to litter, but we couldn't help it. Leaflets, leftovers, stray bits of plastic wrap, they fluttered from our windows. Sometimes our hubcaps detached and rolled away. We'll get new ones later, we told ourselves. Can't stop now. We scattered seeds, too. The fuzzy inflorescence of Midwestern maiden grass, pine cones from giant sequoias, every kind of acorn. Flush with the miracle of our country's fecundity, we had sex, wildly on the roofs of our motorhomes, the open plains of Kansas stretching big and balmy in every direction, the moon a voyeur. Afterward, in the night air, we kept driving. We stuck our heads out windows like dogs. We tasted snowflakes, black flies, smog, the sulfuric fumes of a chemical fire burning to the west. Motion spared us from disaster. In Oklahoma, we outpaced a tornado. We circumvented riots and civil unrest, infectious diseases, mourning of all kinds. True, some phone calls found us. Your great aunt passed. Even the occasional letter. You owe the U.S. government $29,780 in back taxes. We didn't mind. We could outdrive it all. We piped in internet, but not because the news would affect us. A grave tragedy in Rochester, New York, as rescue teams rushed to... News was a show we tuned into, tuned out of just as quick. And anyway, we tried not to read much, lest we get carsick. True, there were times we broke down, leaks happened, we crashed, but we also got ourselves patched up, inflated, recalibrated, jump-started. We were good at using duct tape. We pooled knowledge, our tools. At rest stops, we intubated fuel lines, wastewater lines. We drank diesel, gasoline, suckled it from gas station pumps, guzzling with greedy abandon because we knew the fuel gave us more miles. We released gray water, black water, chemically sweetened, in an aqueous trade that lubricated our plumbing. We tightened lug nuts. We checked windshield wipers, batteries. We sizzled, liquid and limber. And then, street signs, construction signs, political signs, lost children signs, personal injury lawyer signs, memorial signs, we whisked past it all. We honked. We whisked past dates, too, dangling lights on our vehicles for holidays. Christmas, Hanukkah, Chinese New Year, Eid al-Fitr, Diwali, Liberalia, though often we got these dates wrong. Time warped, minutes meaningful only in their relation to one place and the next. Women gave birth at 60 miles per hour on highways stretching straight into the sun, the birth locale changing as we crossed state lines. I'll call her Texarkana. We added bumper stickers, line-drawn figures accounting for passengers, phrases for what we wanted to say. Brake for moose. This car climbed Mount Washington. I'd rather be fishing. USA, Nash, LV, LOL. Not old, just a classic. God bless America. Coexist. Smoke tires, not drugs. My collie is smarter than your honor student. Until we filled the backsides of our motorhomes, the text piling on top of itself. The moon squinted down, a skeptic. Like we cared. We were fiberglass and steel, plywood and polystyrene. We were a polymer-infused spray when the mood struck, and we waxed the sides of our vehicles. Rainwater beaded. Every droplet demonstrated our invincible ease. During storms, we hydroplaned.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?